NGTV, l'objectivité avec nous.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We want to say a big shout out to everybody. Hello to everyone. Hello to the lovers of the program, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. You know the TV station already is NGTV, of course. I know the program already, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Just like we earlier had the spot there, the sole platform across this TV station where we discuss topical marital issues, relationship matters, cohabiting issues, and other social issues plaguing the 21st century marriages. You know, from this end, we always call them Android generation marriages. It's a beautiful day today because we had a wonderful downpour yesterday. Of course, the west region across Bafusam. But again, maybe somebody is tempted to say this afternoon that the heavens were smiling down on our fallen soldiers who were buried across the 10 regions of Cameroon. Those who were actually affected, like the west region, we actually had 2 fallen soldiers who died recently on mission for the head of state, for the country, fatherland, motherland, you can call it Cameroon. And of course, may their gentle souls rest in perfect peace, especially to Clinton, who hails from Bagante, and I think the other person who hails from Banjum. May God comfort their families. And so that wonderful downpour yesterday, I'm sure even nature was recognizing their bravery. You understand how they fought and they fell down even at the battlefront. The program is Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Good afternoon, the population of Cameroon. Good afternoon, the West Region. Remember, we always come live from the West Region, Chief Town, Bafusam. Again, on board the program, we want to say thanks be to God for actually keeping us throughout the week. And we are able to be here again today, one-on-one with our televiewers out there. You know that already, because God kept us alive. And that's why every morning we always say a big shout out to God for his love, everything. No God, no humanity. All right, thank you so much, Simon Echi, who is at the techniques to ensure that we have nothing but the very best of the show this afternoon. And again, even nature has smiled down on us this afternoon on board the program, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. And we have, I tell you what, not only a fine breed of counselors who hail from this country, but again, those who actually serve this country, Cameroon. You want to know more about them, you will keep knowing more about them. Okay, it's always a tradition for us to greet our counselors before we start the show, and that's why to Counselor Caroline Kwam, that's Christelle Kwam, who was not around for a while now. She's back in town. Thank God for journey mercy. Welcome back to us safely. And Counselor Tume Eric, good afternoon to you. Counselor Roja, good afternoon to you. Counselor Dennis, good afternoon to you. Somebody is smiling right now at home. No other person than Counselor Bellac Olivier, and of course, Counselor Sylvanus. It's a big shout out, Miss B or Lady B is giving you all this afternoon on the program, and you know we always miss you all. Again, when you see my face, you know what to do. It's always Miss B or Lady B. Is always a fine smile I give to you all out there. Okay, this afternoon, we don't have time on our side. We have a hectic file to handle this afternoon. But again, we seize this opportunity to say good afternoon to you, CD2, Maitre Blaise out there at Jang. You are a great lover of this program. And to Madame Teleke, that's Miffy, Mimprov. She's a great lover of this program. Good afternoon to you. And to Mimprov Banjum, that's Counselor Nico Tella. Oh my God, we almost left him out. Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to me, Prof. Banjum. Of course, you all are great lovers of this program, and we will not leave you out. The deal for Bafusam 3, that's Bamungu. She too is a great lover of this program. Madam, good afternoon to you. I was expecting to hear from you all this afternoon, as we already have the question for the day displayed in front of your screen. You can be a part of the conversation today, or why not a part of the question? Numbers are already there. Text us. Must a woman dress half naked to look beautiful or trendy? That's what we're asking this afternoon. Good afternoon, the population of the Southwest region, especially the beach town, that's Afet Zone. Yeah, all lots of televiewers from that part of the country. The 10 regions of Cameroon is always a fine salutation. That's why you all Miss B will always give you all. Okay, Simon, just without any transition, take us on set. Let's welcome somebody we're meeting for the first time. Oh my God, I want to say Miss B is a fine smile on this job this afternoon. You already know him, he's the boss of the program, and that's why I gave him the opportunity to give a handshake to Counselor Mike. We harboring on board this afternoon. It's a pleasure, Papa. They already
Mike, the pleasure is shared.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're meeting him for the first time. You're going to discover another, aspect of wisdom that's about to explode. You understand? Wisdom to blow in the air this afternoon across the airwaves of NG television. Remember, when you see the counselors here, wisdom is about to blow in the air. The very best of what advice for somebody who must be going through a serious marital problem out there, a relationship problem, cohabitant issues, whatsoever. I don't know what is making your marriage not to work, but again, I trust the expertise or the wisdom of the fine breed of counselors you have this afternoon on board the program. And I tell you what, you can keep sending in your worries, sending your files. We will trash them one after another. Okay, this afternoon, Miss B has been talking for so long, but again, I want to really say that it's a special welcome to you, Counselor Mike. It's a pleasure for us to have you on board the program, Meet the Marriage Counselor. And because our televiewers are meeting you for the first time, we give you the opportunity to say a big shout out to your beautiful wife at home, your kids, and all who must be watching you right now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am very happy to at least come up today to express myself as a counselor to this program. I say hi to my fans out there. I say hi to my children. I say hi to my beautiful wife. I love you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Did you get that? What he said to the wife? We don't want to start our wahala, marital issues. My beautiful wife, I love you. That's it. He's a counselor. He's not just a notable in this community or from this region. He's somebody who handles cases that has to do with marriages, relationships, cohabitant issues, and so do not hesitate to send your worries this afternoon. You already know him, Mr. Bros. Whenever I see Miss B, will always do this to him. Of course, that's what we do. The program is the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. Thank you so much, NGTV, for this wonderful platform where we discuss topical marital issues, relationship matters, cohabitant issues. A counselor here, we call them Android generation marriages, 21st century marriages. That kind of marriage that you see a girl, for the first time in a nightclub. Oh my God, you take her home, and the next thing you do, you want to marry her 2 days after you divorce. Those are the kind of marriages we want to create. But again, we always say on this platform, the essence of this program is for marriages, to be up to standards. Because why? If a family is not okay, the community cannot be okay, the nation cannot be okay. Cameroon, the world will not be a better place. Okay, without talking too much, let's just go straight to the topical issue we're handling today. This, it was actually sent to us by Fanny. Fanny hails from this region, and she had a worry. We're sorry we could not meet up with our promise last week, but we're here to make it work, Fanny. This is the case file, dear televiewers. She sent a couple of weeks back, and this was her worry. Good. She says, Okay, dear counselors, my name is Fanny from, is it Banjul? Good. Uh, Fanny found a man who wanted to marry her. They've been in a relationship for 3 years. Okay, 3 years in the relationship. The guy decided to take a step forward, met the family of Fanny. They decided to discuss things, you understand. But now, given the Bamileke tradition, from what she wrote to us, it is the father of this boy who is at the forefront of everything to make it work, you understand. And so they've gone and met Fanny's family. The list has been presented. They've paid everything. In fact, the traditional wedding has been done. If they ask, 10 bitter cola, 3 eggs of a lizard, I don't know, 50 Maggi cubes, I don't know, maybe just an eye of a cow, anything. But the list was presented. Everything was paid. Both families, you understand, both families sat together and they actually talked things out, celebrated a little, and right now, Fanny's, the boy's father is begging on Fanny's family to let both children go live together and start their lives, and then afterward they will come back to do, the legalizing stuff, sign the papers in the court, and so on. So the father is like, the two families should look for another sitting again where they will, bless the two children and let them go start their life. So Fanny is like, counselors, please, is this a good idea given the society we're living in these days? We all know without this thing, it may be just paper, you understand, but the power that resides on it when it comes to marriages is something else. So Fanny is like, is it a good idea that I go with this boy? We start our lives, you understand, and after some time we do the signing in court, and then we do the church wedding. That's our worry this afternoon. You could be a part of that conversation to help Fanny out. Thank you, Counselor Klaus, out there in the United Arab Emirates. You've been following us online. Thanks for your wonderful contributions. We're going to read them this afternoon. I begin with you, Counselor Nemlak Philippian. You are bros, you understand. That's it. Miss B has been talking too much. I want to think that my mouth has to be shut now.
Good afternoon to our televiewers. The pleasure is shared when we are always called here to share any idea. And the question is whether after celebrating traditional marriage
Good.
and even court marriage, the church wedding is still to be celebrated.
Yeah, but now they've done just traditional.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why she's asking. The father of the boy is like, let the both families sit. We bless the children, we let them go. Afterward, both of them will work hard. They come and do the signing in the court, and then they can do the church wedding after. So that's our worry.
Yeah, I think, sorry, as we earlier said, last week we began this topic and things did not go well with us and we had to stop it halfway. But coming back to that, I still stand on my point. I was trying to say the traditional wedding has been done. Perhaps the court wedding is still on standby, and the church wedding too, as the religious wedding. And the parents, perhaps, as you are saying, think that these children are matured enough to live as husband and wife. What is making them the problem with the church wedding or religious wedding? I think the parents and the children instead focus on the magnitude of the feast, what they are going to spend.
Okay.
Yes. Surely, before arriving this step, I wish to even think that it was wise for us to know whether Fanny is a Baptist Christian, Catholic Christian, Muslim, and so on. From then we can take a stand. Because if Fanny is a Catholic Christian, with them, I don't really have a true fight that has to do with marriage. But I think that it's very normal for them to even live 10, 50, 60, 100 years and still celebrate church marriage that they did not celebrate before.
Okay.
But with the Baptist context, or I think when we define marriage, is a union of young people of opposite sex. And this young couple instead look at the magnitude, what will be spent for the church wedding. You know, my friend Salah, who is somewhere in town now, sent me a comedy that said in America, a wedding takes about 10 people and that's all.
Okay.
In France, wedding has to do with about 15, 20 people and that's all. But in Africa, when you have a wedding, church wedding, you invite 20 people, but the church will be full. people will do what we call in French, je m'invite. And now you yeah. So now at the end you budgeted about 15 or 20,000.
Okay.
In the end, you end up spending 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. We have seen marriages that they have to rent cars, because you want to make your wedding the way the other person did his or her own. So these guys, they are afraid of the expenditure. That is not marriage. Marriage is when you love your wife, she loves you. Behind the religious or the church wedding is just the blessing. That's what is important there. If we don't have perhaps the means to organize a mighty nationwide church wedding, then I think with the Baptists, this is what they do. You just call for the church elders. They come and they bless. They just pray for you. They don't even ask you anything.
Okay.
No, it's okay. So I think if they have loved each other, they have gone up to being the traditional bride. That's what we call marriage in Africa.
Okay.
Then calling the pastors is much more simpler and easier even.
Okay, now, but the problem is the paper, the legal, backing. Tomorrow, no one knows. No one knows. We're not praying for that, but we know Africans. Once the guy will not be there tomorrow, there are some families that may throw you out. What about the paper? Don't you think she somehow, Fanny, if you're connected this afternoon, I'm defending you, I'm taking your position. Don't you think tomorrow she will need that paper?
Yeah, I wish to say that court wedding does not guarantee marriage.
Okay.
Because people hide behind marriage certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will see somebody says, I am married in the court, so nothing can happen to my wedding, to my marriage. It's absolutely wrong.
Okay.
Marriage is supposed to be God's standard. Our forefathers, they got married, they gave birth to us without any paper signed somewhere, and they even stayed in marriage for long, and even longer.
Miss B, today, I remember we talking about 100 generation marriages, 21st century marriages. That was in the 16th centuries, for example.
Yeah.
This is the 21st century marriages.
In fact, we are very okay with what you are trying to put in place. But the problem is, we should not sit in a plane and sit with half load. We should not sit in the plane and sit as if when the plane is falling, no, I will jump and end on end. No. You are going in a marriage situation, a marriage relationship for good, for better, and for worse. That's the truth that is there. But now, we should not think that if I am married in the court, then nothing can happen to my relationship. No, it's wrong. People have even thought that the rubbish in court in front of the magistrate and the barrister. This thing, I've put an end to it. Even if you don't want to give us a divorce letter, we have destroyed it, and the marriage still goes destroyed. What are we saying here? We are saying that you have done the traditional wedding. It's okay. Now, what is even much more important is the church wedding, which of course must not gather the thousands of people that leads to the mighty expenditure. It's just the blessing. And I think that Matthew 6:33 says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. I think that the traditional wedding, with time that we are seeing under generation, at times we even begin with the church wedding before going to the tradition, because we have to put God first in everything. Okay.
Maybe in the Bible it's still the traditional. Anyway, thank you so much, Councillor Nemlak. Yeah, it's wise to know that, I think I like the points you're raising there. It's not all about the papers. Don't you think, Councillor Mike, it depends on the two parties involved. If you are sure you love each other and you want it to work, you must be able to, like we used to read our marital code saying, they must be able to live above your imperfections. Don't you think so?
Thank you very much for the opportunity you have given me. I would like to say that I will start by giving my advice that by giving the full definition of marriage as I understand it. Marriage, first, the definition of marriage is the union of two people who love each other. That first, the family recognize it. The country, the nation recognize it,
Okay.
and the church recognize it. If people understand this definition of marriage, I think maybe so many people will not try to begin to pass some kind of shortcut. Because what the family want to do, they want to take maybe a kind of shortcut and pass through. Okay, what I will try to explain to you people is that when you look at what this family wants to do, they are just trying to see maybe the man is maybe the first son of the father, and the father is really anxious to have grandchildren, and they want to anxiously have their grandchildren very fast. You see, that's what they are going. And then they are not looking at the future of their children who are getting married. Yes, in Africa today, the most expensive stage of marriage is a traditional marriage, which my young people or my friends have already gone through. And that is it. If I want to take biblically, the Bible says that he who finds a good wife, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and receive favor from God. Okay, all this celebration comes together is because the couple want to give thanks to God for the wonderful blessings or the special favor that God has given to them. I think I'm becoming clear. Let me give you an example. I have my colleague today who have just joined together like these people today. They are working together and they don't have any marriage certificate, nothing to go and prove to them that they are married. There is, at the CNPS level, there is the opportunity for them to get family benefit.
Okay.
CNPS is asking them to prove, to show their marriage certificate that these people are married. They don't have, they cannot benefit from this family allowance. Who is the loser? Is these two young people.
I see.
So what I am advising is that signing court marriage is not expensive in our nation. These two couples should not just be thinking of coming together, but they should think about that their marriage, which is a union in long, it can be 50 years, 100 years, who knows, but only God knows. But one thing we have in Cameroon is that some people want, just as I said, they want shortcut. And when you pass shortcut, you go and face a barrier, you want to turn back, places are blocked for you, you cannot go back.
Okay. It's a wise one there, yeah?
You cannot go back.
Okay.
I have my colleague. He went to the village. He's a Muslim. He went to the village, God just met the girl. The family said, the two families came together and they sat together and they started living together. He was in town, the wife was in the village. He will go there and impregnate the wife and come back. The mother will just take the child, they go and make the child birth certificate. Now, there is problem in the village. They have come down this way. He's looking for the birth certificate. He has realized that it is a fake birth certificate. He wants to go to make an original birth certificate. They are telling him that prove your marriage certificate to us in order for us to establish you a birth certificate. So, my dear friends, I want to say that by taking shortcut for marriages, which is something that will last. You will get married, they will stand there together with you people, and they are all people who they have lived their married life. We are living in a modern society today where so many people are having difficulties with problems. Tomorrow somebody will come, even the brother of that same man will be in your marriage. Tomorrow you have problems, they will come and meet you and tell you that we don't recognize you as a woman. Prove to us that you get married. The only person who will defend you in that marriage is the nation which has signed you a marriage certificate. The people that will stand there for you on that particular day is your pastors and your elders who lay their hands on you. And marriage is something that it begins at first from the level of the family. The nation and the church comes there. If God does not approve it, it cannot go. If the nations does not approve, it cannot go. If the family does not approve, it cannot go.
Wow.
So that is what I am telling Fallon, that don't feel about the expenditure like what my friend has just said. I remember there was a couple we met in my church. They loved themselves. They went round to do their traditional marriage. They went round to do their court and sign it. When they came down, they looked at the nation that they could. When they came, we had an all night. You know what those couples did? They did something wonderful that all of us were so interesting. They fry us corn and groundnuts.
Oh my God.
Corn and groundnut. We sat there, the leaders laid their hands on them. We shared those groundnut among us in the all night of prayer, and we drank water, we were satisfied, and they are living happily today.
Wow.
With two beautiful children. Is that not a blessing in
Glory
marriage?
be to God. Oh my
So
God.
that is my own advice, because I will be telling you people with many more examples that we have encountered. Tomorrow, if that woman or the brother of that woman comes tomorrow and say, we don't recognize you as, because at the level of the traditional marriage, they don't give you any certificate. They just ask you people that, okay, we know you have brought us food, you have brought us, but they don't give any certificate. But these people are trying to take the place of the nation by making their own certificate, which when you have problems tomorrow, you go to the nation, they will never defend you.
Thank you so
I
much.
believe marriage at the court level, at the church level, is not expensive. Don't begin to look at that man up there who make a very big wedding. You say you want to be like, my wedding must be the talk of the town. I want my wedding to be the talk.
Thank you so much, Councillor Mike. I want to say it's a beautiful one this afternoon. Thank you so much. I'm glad with the points the councillors are raising. I'm glad, Papa, you raised, you talked on the fact that traditional, of course, and I'm glad with the point, it's like the two of them slept on the same bed, Thank God they're coming from two different angles. You were hitting hard on the tradition, and I think there's something that I wanted to throw more light again or ask for more information. For example, I like the point you raised. I'm coming to you, Councillor Mike, again. When you talked on the fact that it's not all about that paper, or it's the two people who are, you understand, are very important. And again, that makes me to go back to the Bible. At first, there were no, you understand, we did not have this kind of weddings we have today. But I remember the first wedding that is recognized is the traditional wedding. Again, but now that's why we're talking about globalization, evolution, and many more. The world is of 21st century. Thanks for the beautiful examples you just mentioned. The Councillor Mike, Councillor Philippian. Yeah, take for example the people who got married in that way. They are living together. Another set here, they got married like that. Tomorrow, before you know it. But again, this is my problem this afternoon. I believe the young people are listening out there. Somebody who maybe you're doing cohabitation or you're in one relationship which is not moving. Listen to the counselors this afternoon. There's a problem again. Before we take the contributions of our writers, is go through some light again. I want to ask again, Councillor Philippian. We were talking on the fact that it's the two people who are involved, not that paper. And the councillor again on the right mentioned the fact that even your brother-in-law who was there from the beginning tomorrow will be the one to tell that we do not know you. But again, don't I think when you people already have children and you've lived for over 6 months, somebody told me last week that's in those are words. It is not practical, you understand? Don't you think it's another guarantee?
Yeah, I wish you said that. We're not like saying that you have to like choose one and let go the others.
Yeah.
No, that's not what we say.
That's no, yeah, it's quite clear.
And at the same time, we are like we are trying to see according to, depending on the opinion of the family, they want to put one first, but which one should come first?
Good.
My colleague just rightly said that court wedding is not and never expensive in Cameroon.
That's it.
And I bet you, I have seen where people go in for traditional wedding, court wedding, and even church wedding within 3 days. And it works. That's very sincere. So now, this family should not tell us that they lack time, as my colleague just said, that they wanted fast grandchildren. Even if you wanted fast grandchildren, they will not come in 2 hours' time.
Thank
They
you.
will not come in 2 weeks. I think it takes 9 months for a lady to be pregnant and put to bed. So running away is as if you are in a car and you are in the house going to your own day, and you want to even go down wrong on your feet. No. You people went through the traditional wedding. Excellent, very good and fine.
Pay the dowry.
Now, you paid everything. It's okay. But now it's just, my colleague also said that people like shortcut or cut short. I don't know how to put it very well. But the problem is, why shortcut? Because you know the nation in which we are living is very complex. Now somebody will tell you, signer tornate de mariage c'est 100,000. You don't have that money. What do you do? But you even look for a counselor in the quarter who comes in the evening when people are even sitting with the both parents.
And
you, not even after they come, he said, no, I know these children, they don't yet have anything. Let me help them. It's just paper they sign. So these people should not neglect any of the 3 types of marriage.
Good.
The 2 parents have approved the relationship. That convinces them the more that you first of all love each other. Now it's just it's 2 weeks or it's maximum 1 month. Okay. Today we are the 22nd of June 2019. Now we are supposed to get wedding. We are supposed to sign our court wedding in 1 month's time.
1 month,
It's
yeah.
just to tell them that then they will just publish the note that Mr. and Mrs. This are to be wedded on this date, to see whether there is any opposition. Now, even in church, pastor, they do ask the question: if you know that you are not ready for each other now like this, resign. After traditional wedding, after court wedding, we are ready to, the pastor will ask. Is that the last? Because say, when we pray, that is all. So they can still do that on that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and everything is over. So these people, when they say no, we want fast student, no, they are not the one to express the desire of the 2 people coming into the relationship. So that was where the problem is. Since they did the traditional wedding and all the 2 families approved, they should just look for how to, because I enjoy this part that my colleague said. Can you imagine an all-night blessing wedding? You have to eat with corn and granite. In fact, and drink water even. On my wedding day, they said, no, we have to pop champagne. So now, if God said that if you don't have, okay, whether you are rich or poor, we are all the same. Whether you are rich or poor, we are all the same. It means that be contented with what you have. If you cannot give 100,000 to somebody because you don't have, then give the widow's mine.
Okay.
Because I remember Zinjore, a Cameroonian musician, who sang that when somebody is enjoying with his dollars the other way, we are enjoying with our francs CFA in Cameroon. So even your brothers will come on that day. I was talking with my technician last week. He's about to get wedding in about a month or 2 months time, and I was talking with him. I told him that, look, it's not because we counselors will tell you that do this or don't do this. Marriage has to do with the 2 of you, because the day you start running in for. The pastor will come, the elders will come, even the barrister and everybody will come, and they will limit what they can do, and highest is to come to your parlor, shout. But when they go, the two of you are in the room. So you cannot run away. Make it in the way that you are, first of all, you are counselor. So that in case of any difficulties, you will not say, no, do you know why I got married to you so fast like this? It's because our parents said that we should go in before this thing. Now, when you call the church, the church say, hey, you people are already married now. So there is no divorce now. Whatever be the problem, the church will only say, that's a marriage problem. Solve it in home.
Yeah, you drink your cup of vinegar, you understand?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Councillor Nebla, Councillor Mike. It's a beautiful one. We got a reaction here. Somebody is saying that, yes, a woman must dress half naked to look beautiful or trendy. Do you agree with that? A woman dress half naked to look... Somebody just said yes. Okay, your yes now, please tell us. Is it to the question that a woman must dress half naked to look beautiful or trendy? Or your yes is to what the councillors are saying? Okay, somebody just say yes. But before we come back to Councillor Mike, let's have some reactions. I think Mr. Tella Nico Banjum has a reaction for us here. Okay, we have Councillor Klaus all the way from the United Arab Emirates. He sent his contribution here through our social media page, NGTV, that's Facebook. You can write to us, you get us. And he's like... without much ado, traditionally they are both married. But now, are they born again Christians? Okay, no. Okay, thank you, Council. Let's leave that one. Okay, and he says, are they born again Christians? If yes, then before the eyes of God, they are intended husband and wife, and so can live together, but no sex. Condition. I like your reaction. Said, but they can live together, but no sex. But if they are not born again, Councillor, c'est quoi ton problème cet après-midi? If they are not born again Christians, it is okay to start a family, but will be seen as sinners, because they are still to bless their union under the canopy of God. Okay, that's Councillor Klaus, all the way from, of course, it's a councillor of the United Arab Emirates. Okay, thank you so much. And we have this one that says, okay, Councillor Klaus continues and says, I will advise Fanny to go and meet her pastor and ask him to bless them, and they both settle together and be committed to the church activities and watch the salvation of God upon their lives. Before she knows it, everything will be fine. They will start working together and in favor of God. Okay, thank you so much, Councillor Klaus. That's yours. I will respect your opinion. And this is, again, you've said it all. Yeah, Councillor Mike, you said it all. But again, you gave us this beautiful write-up last week when you traveled. You were to be here, you're here. And you were like, Miss Fanny, you should not take the little financial problem you have now and destroy your future. Oh, my God. That's a beautiful write of them. God is the author of marriage, and when we are about to marry, we should not compromise. Good. Now you understand, even though you're here, let me read your write-up. Your husband has fulfilled the first stage, and I believe if he so much love you and wants you, he won't have to go. He will have to go that far again. Cut is not difficult. I think the first stage is difficult more than... Okay, you have to respect the law. Good. For it is for your benefit. Signing at the council is not too expensive. The most expensive stage in the marriage is the traditional level, which you have done already. Go to any council and sign for your good. You must not celebrate during signing. Yeah, I think that's important. We must not. Those are the points you've been raising, Councillor Philippian. Thank you so much. You must not celebrate. You may do your, how they call it, corn and granite, you understand? And you must not celebrate during signing as well as the blessing at the church level. Your pastors can bless both of you, even in the pastor's office. and it will give you the privilege to stay as husband and wife. I think that's lots of people don't know that. They feel that you must throw a ball there, a big party, counselor, and I think this is wonderful here. And again, those who throw big party during marriages are those who have. You can follow all these procedures without throwing a party and give you the privilege to be called a married woman and a married man. Thank you so much. This is a beautiful write-up all the way from our counselor. But today he's here again, and he has, let wisdom blow more than even the write-up. And we move down again. I think we have Miss Tella, who reacted also to Faniske. That's Miss Tella Nicodem. Mr. Tella Nicole, all the way from Banjum. That's me, Prof. Banjum. Okay, while we get into open your message, let me come back to you, Counselor Mike. Must a woman dress half naked to look beautiful or trendy?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon again once more. I would say that, the body of a woman is just like gold or the diamond. That is how the body of a woman is. And we all know how they do to get gold from the soil. I don't mean this one that we get from these boys who are walking on the streets, that they are selling train. Maybe you go to the Bonaberry Park in Douala, you want to stay while you're waiting for the vehicle. Somebody just come there with a chain on a small white sheet of paper and he's showing you that this is gold and you can buy it. The person begin to tax you, to tell you that give 2,000 francs, and then you begin to start to say I will pay 500 francs, and you people bid price there, and at the end of the day you pay 500 francs and you put it on, and when you go to the house
2 days after,
hey, my 500 francs is gone for nothing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the body of a woman is like a gold or a diamond. You see what God has done with a gold or a diamond. They are one of the most expensive things in the world market today. That if you want to get them, you know how many kilometers in the soil that they drill to go and get gold. God has covered, if God could do that, to cover this gold and diamond deep under the soil for people to get them, then you are a shameless woman to leave your body, to think that maybe you are beautiful to expose your body. Do you think that you are more beautiful than the gold and the diamond that God put right deep under the soil? You lie. God created us human beings in his own image, and he wanted us to keep ourselves hidden. Don't feel that maybe exposing yourself. Just look at, I've given you an example of the gold or the diamond. You have to dig and dig and dig. Let me tell you, before a man sees your body, let him go through the suffering that
Thank you so
let
much.
him go through the suffering that a miner goes in order for him to see the gold down there.
Oh, yeah.
That is why I'm advising my sister Fallon that before you get married, please make sure you pass through all the procedure for your own good. Don't expose your body, my dear friend, and walk on the street. People, you are walking on the street, they are seeing your pant, they are seeing your breast. Well, what are you hiding again? You are a shameless, cheap gold in the market, in the park of Douala, Bonaberry Park of Douala, that anybody can buy for 500 francs.
Well,
thank you very
Mike,
much. That is my own contribution.
It's a wonderful example there. Yeah, you must dig really deep to get the gold out. I remember somebody told us, Councillor Philippian, one of the days in the program, if Gary can sell more than shawarma, is it shawarma? They call it, without any advert, you can actually find a good wife or good husband without exposing your body. So
yeah, I think my colleague just said, but before I come to that question, I say, must a woman dress half naked to look beautiful or charming or trendy?
Charming or trendy.
Nothing good comes easy.
Thank you.
But let's take it this way, because we are talking about marriage here, yes, is it half naked in or outdoor? That's the problem.
Okay.
Okay. From the reason of my brother is my colleague, my brother is very normal that
Outdoor.
it's outdoor in a community, let's say in church, because I once saw somewhere a lady went to throw offering. And,
In order to make you look at the question very well, must a woman dress half naked to look beautiful? You know, when I get married to you, I've already qualified your beauty and I enjoy it. So we are not talking of something outside. We are not talking of something inside.
Okay.
We are already talking of something outside. We are counselors. Yeah, we are marriage counselors.
That's what I'm saying now. For our televiewers to understand the deep context of our discussion.
I like the point you are driving
because
into.
before we see naked inside, we must have seen our beauty somewhere outside. But how? Is it because you saw a lady that's there, as they say here, in a context, they say, la boutique est mieux vendue quand elle est ouverte. But in marriage context, that's not what is there. First of all, I like those small words in French. They say, tout ce qui brille n'est pas or. In English, how do you put it? So
not all that glitters is good.
So it's not because if beauty in a woman, as our colleague is saying, is not what first of all we see. The truth is that people also say that I love my wife from her appearance, but that's not what is so much more important. Beauty comes from the heart. And now, people who go to the market. In fact, when I was in the training school, there was a so-called Dr. Sam Quinte. He does not used to allow any lady with a shorter skirt or open chest in his class. He said, I don't want to see people with puff breasts. That's what we are talking about here. If a man loves you, it's not because he has seen your laps or your breasts. It's simply because of your natural beauty. And he has seen, whether you would think that it's because he saw your laps, your fairness, or I don't know, that attracts him. A man that wants to, the man that is looking for his partner, that is part of him, does not base his loving material on what he sees. Because tout ce qui brille n'est pas or. The truth is, marriage does not have any, we have treated that topic here, marriage does not have any step that when you follow it, it does not have how do we call it, that is a system that if you follow it, you must end up being married. No. Marriage is something that God alone knows how to do it. Some men or women met their partner in the farm. Some met in the church. Some met when they are traveling. God alone knows how He does things. But you, woman, my colleague said, you are a goal. Before you are found, know that that man sweated. Know that that man talked more than 1,000 times.
Wow.
Because you are not getting married to your sister. You are getting married to somebody that you have just seen, you love her, and that person is becoming gradually part of you. The Bible will put that is the woman, that's a human being that has been formed out of the man. And when you find her, you have found your part that was missing. So please, don't let us not misinterpret the context. I was still talking out, but now we are
Let's
inside.
go in.
In fact, when we are inside, in fact, I already said it before we began here that if your husband or your wife likes at time seeing you naked, then
thank God he said in.
Inside,
In.
not in the market, not in the church. I was saying that a lady was going to give her offering.
Good.
As soon as she arrived, the basket, the money fell down. There was no way for her to bend and pick the money. And in fact, as she was trying to bend down, the up was coming out and everything. So you see, I think that should be disgusting.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Somebody will surely ask me that. Why did God created Adam and Eve and left them naked?
That's another point.
Okay.
I want to know, it's a question that I have brought up and I want to answer it.
Yeah.
Good.
Look, in the book of Genesis, God kept them where? In the Garden of
Eden.
That Garden of Eden simplify what? Inside.
Inside.
So you were right.
No, let us begin to understand. By the time God wants to drive them out of the garden, what did God do?
He cluttered them.
Be careful, my friend, who is dressing out there that maybe you want to attract
Oh my
a man.
God.
You are just wasting your time.
Dear tell
Interpret the
everyone,
Bible wrongly.
these two counselors slept on the same bed. It was a wonderful show today. We got just 5 more minutes to be with you all, but I tell you what, it was mind-blowing this afternoon. Counselor Namlak Philippian, you know him already, and today we welcome in another brain, you know. Counselor Mike, of course, when you see them, I always tell you, you see wisdom. You see the very best of what advice. That's what we always say on set, the program. Sure somebody out there enjoyed it. But before we go, we can't leave the set today without taking marital quotes. But again, let's not leave your contribution, Ms. Tela Nico, all the way from Banjum. This is main Prof. Banjum, of course. He says, if I can give a little contribution about your case, Fanny, it is to seek to have a discussion or exchange with your spouse. Avoid being directed or abused by your parents. The counselors mentioned that, hey, marriage is not a game, it is a sacred union. Good. You have already gone through, the counselors mentioned it here, through the toughest traditional marriage, or the presence of the third parties was necessary, as well as the financial means to do this. As one of our as one of us said above, is recognizing the counselors. As one of us, that's counselors here, said above, you do not need to share out a penny for civil, oh my God, for civil and religious marriage. Avoid especially feast if there is no financial means. You just need to, the two of you, 2 more witnesses, good, for civil and religious marriages at the mean prof level. This is somebody who deals with issues like this talking. At the mean prof level, the collective celebration of wedding is free. Okay, it's good to know that. It's even free.
Yes.
Collective celebration, where is it? Where were we? At the mean prof level, oh, okay, it says it's free. Celebration of wedding is free. Photos, 4 times 4, that's, you know, photo 4 times 4 glue head, photo of you and those of, you see, he's even giving the procedures. This is beautiful this afternoon.
Simplified.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Photo, that's 4 times 4 glue, 2 heads, you know, photocopy of you and those of the witnesses. Mean prof does not rest. Finally, you had to know that it is your suitor who personally asked to join him so that you seek first life together. And what motivates him to do that, especially, avoid that he and his father plays on your psychology, since in the majority of the cases, we will finally walk and drawn in a into a concubinage that better suits your spouse, and you and your offsprings will not be safe given the suicidal tendencies of your beautiful father. He comes very hard. Okay, thank you so much. This is wonderful. Counselor Nico Tela, all the way from It's a Beautiful Rise Up. This is somebody in the field writing and even giving you the procedures on how you can do that. I think it all boils down to what the counselors have been saying here this afternoon. Counselor, my counselor, it is the same thing. I'm accusing them that they slept on the same bed. Okay, it was wonderful. But before we go, Counselor Mike, of course, maybe we must take our, you know, we always have what we call marital codes here, and we read them. You know, sometimes you just need to read them. They bless the soul of somebody. You understand? Okay, let's have them. And when we come back, we will be rounding up the
Love is
program.
blind.
Good. Love is blind, but marriage is what? Oh my God! I wish. Love is blind, but marriage. Okay, thank you, Simon. Love is blind, but marriage restore his sight. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We don't have time to elaborate. Love is not about how much you say I love you, how
But
much
how
you
much
prove
you
it.
prove
Love
that
is
it
not
is true.
how much you say I love you, but how much you prove that
That
it
is
is.
true.
That's a beautiful one day. Thank you. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two.
Bodies.
Oh my God.
One plus one.
is
One.
is
In this
one.
context.
Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Okay. Real love is tough
Love.
love. Oh my God. Hebrews, they even quoted there. Hebrews 12, verse 6.
But nothing else comes easy.
Okay. Love isn't supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be worth it. Oh my God, this is. I tell you what, we normally receive these quotes so many, but we take just 5 or 6. My 6 words, my 6-word love story. I can't imagine life without you. Oh my God, Miss B is speechless. Miss B or Lady B and the counselors on board today, the program with the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. It was just the I. We want to say ciao. Next week we'll surely be together again. We have a pending file. We do not have time to unleash it. But again, I wish we had a lot of time to talk more things here, the reactions of our televiewers, there are many, but we promise we'll take them. But before we go, we just want you, Counselor Mike, to give one word to all those who are married out there. They don't know how to keep it or make it work.
I just want to inform you that we always have marriage. Problems in marriage is because we don't follow the God procedure. If we follow God's procedure of marriage, we shall live a happy marriage life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a beautiful one. Papa, over to you. I know you just blew it.
Yeah, before I say something, I wish to greet my friend, that is Thierry Henry.
Okay.
That is, if you arrive around Peluso, you want a bike, you will see him. And I'm sure he's watching this.
He's watching us live.
Marriage, when you are married, is not just the wife that is a goal. Even the husband is a goal.
Okay, so the counselor just did a blow there and you're about to defend the men.
So it's not like I am the only one see my wife as my goal.
Good.
She also has to see me as a goal, because I'm not alone. Before we got married, I'm sure that you can imagine the number of people that have
Oh my God.
So she fought a lot. God help her.
She got you also.
With her, she could not have me. In fact, personally, I could not have her.
Okay.
Mama, I love you so
my
much.
God, thank you so much. Oh, Madam Philippian, if you're watching, your husband is giving you a big shout out this afternoon. And of course to you, Madam Mike, and the kids is a big one for your all. NGTV, thank you so much for this wonderful program. Call me the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. We will always be there. But again, I always say that as far as this platform, Meet the Marriage Counselor is concerned, and this, first and famous, and again, I'm going to add leading private TV station of the West region is concerned, LG Television, the sole TV station across the Cameroon media landscape that have such a wonderful program that has to do with marriages, the pillar of every nation is concerned. The very best is yet to come. And, Miss B or Lady B is always a fine smile when you call me that. Catch us again next week, same platform, same TV station, with for the very best of your TV show, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. Thank you so much, Simon Echi. Thank you so much, Mr. Tella Nicole. Thank you, Counselor Kwan. Thank you, Counselor. A special remark to Counselor Klaus, who is a lover of this program, even out there at the United Arab Emirates. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And you just stay out of trouble. See you all next week. And of course, tomorrow is the Manchester. Miss B and Frankie will be here to give you nothing but the very best of your love show. Bye-bye from this end.